All right, guys, welcome back to the show. It is now time for our entertainment news. Let's get right into it. Brian Okwara and Mariah Miller become parents. Yes, Nollywood actor and model Brian Okwara has announced the birth of his first child with his longtime partner and model Mariah Miller. He made the announcement on his Instagram page where he shared a baby bump photo from Mariah's maternity shoot, disclosing that their child has arrived and asking his followers to predict the sex of the baby. He captioned the picture, "We just had a boy/girl. Share your prediction." After many predictions, the former Mr. Nigeria took to his Instagram page again to share more pictures and confirm that it is a boy. Massive congratulations to Brian and Marie. Yay! Yes, yay. Okay, so, congrats, yay. I'm just curious.
What's that, Waladele? Like, congrats, yay.
Because I'm about to go in, so people will not think that I'm a baby hater. So, is it that we're slowly adopting? Because I think it's safe to say.
No, are you in our mind? Land for
That's what I want to say. So it's safe to say that marriage is a big part of the Nigerian culture, at least the culture we met on ground from our parents. And so I just feel like, are we now adopting like an external culture where we don't really see the need for it anymore? Or is it that we've just seen so many bad marriages and we just find this to be a comfortable arrangement? What is it? Can we say it's a Western thing, or can we just say that people are just opening their eyes and and people
I think it's an individual thing. I won't say that it's a Western thing, because even in the Western world, you still see people who really want to get married before they do. So I think it's an individual thing. However, it's just very funny this era where we've found ourselves, that is, we wake up to different things every day. People saying that, oh, don't you think the married thing does not even make people stay, you know, loved up forever? Like when they're not married, or they don't give that title that, you know, they could just be there. And then people are citing the example of Oprah and the partner and all of this. So I think that is still an individual thing. We have people who have been married forever, and there is no how, whether your brother, your sisters, you know, like your siblings, you fight, the tongue fights with the mouth, you know, and all of those, or with the teeth, and then, you know, they still come together. There is no how that you don't have challenges. There is no how there won't be friction, whether your colleagues, your best friends, and all that. So that cannot be totally avoided if you say that, oh, because I just want us to be yummy forever. But the thing is, the friendship between you keeps you going. So I don't think that the...
Motivate, honeypot, motivate.
And then I don't think that the holy books would have been wrong to talk about marriage, you know, and not just one holy book. I mean, I think in all the religions we have marriage, right? Well, perhaps the ones that we know. So I don't know why this is what is the in thing at the moment, and why people are going that route. And you know that, again, people like the bandwagon thing, or people are doing it already, so they don't think it through before they do it.
Talking about marriage before we leave this conversation, I think I was having a conversation with somebody in this office as regards to them, and the person saying she actually thinks Brian, they've gotten married, probably a court wedding or something, because she saw Brian recently with the wedding band, so we never can tell.
I beg, everybody they're wearing these days.
So, talking about marriage, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the other news. Nick Cannon say he doesn't believe in marriage. Yes, American multi-talented entertainer Nick Cannon has stated that he doesn't believe in marriage. The 39-year-old ex-husband of Mariah Carey opened up about his views on marriage in a recent interview with Entertainment Tonight, where he said, and I'm quoting, "I don't believe in marriage anymore. My mindset has changed. I have done that. I don't like doing things that I'm not good at." He further talked about how his divorce with Mariah Carey changed his views on tying the knots. He stated, and I'm quoted, "If you jumped out of a plane on time and it did not work out, you would not do it again, would you? I barely survived. Why would I jump out? Why will I jump out of the plane again?" Just so you know, Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey tied the knot in April 2008, and together they share 8-year-old twins. Nick Cannon filed for divorce from his singer in 2014, reconciled briefly in 2015, and ultimately finalized their divorce in 2016. In February 2017, Nick Cannon welcomed his third child, a baby boy named Golden, with Brittany Bell. So Saga, Nick Cannon is saying, it's a wrap, I'm not doing it again, still talking about marriage.
So I guess that kind of answers the question that I was asking. And I also kind of like what he said about if I've done it before. and I'm not good at it. Why would I do it again? And I do agree that if you try jumping out of the plane and maybe you fall or you jump out too quickly and you land on the floor and the parachute isn't there to hold you, it's not something that you'd be excited to do again. So I think, so there's this talk show host, Larry King. He's been married, what, like at least 8 times? And
mental.
So for him, maybe he just really likes the idea of love, and there are people like that who want to do it again and again. But he's saying maybe he doesn't want to have a long list of marriages that he's gone through, and so he's like, look, I'm not good at it, why bother? And I like that. I like, because we always say, I mean, so for Christians, they always say that Paul in the Bible never got married. And so if you think that it's not something you're going to be good at, hey, back off, leave it. It's not by force to enter it and then make a mess of it.
But if you say that Paul never got married in the Bible, and then you're going to just stay and remain celibate, you're not going to start having children, having baby mamas, having children about, like you're pulling them. Poop, poop,
that's another angle.
Because it's just so funny because, yeah, we can take freedom for granted sometimes, you know? And I think that as human beings, there are laws so that we will be, what's that thing again? We'll be guided.
Yes.
So that we can always do things the way we're supposed to do things. Because where there is no law, people just live anyhow. And that is what it's looking like it's becoming right now.
It's a normal.
I think if you happen to have like so many children everywhere, like please make sure you're responsible enough to take care of them. Because anyone can have a child, but it takes a real man to be a father.
Yeah,
and a real
and I
man
love the co-parenting thing that Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon are doing.
Yes.
Still civil. Yeah. Everybody's still living their life. Yeah. Do everything for the children.
So I don't even know what made me look up Ray Charles' story. Yeah. And then I discovered that, yes, he was married once to one woman, and then he had 12 children from 10 women or thereabouts.
It's Ray Charles.
And
Ray Charles, the BS.
Yes. And so... and then he was still talking about it even before he died at old age, that, you know, it was something that it could not just women, drug and women, like it could not do with.
Phenom came the other day and talked about girls and women, like girls and drugs, like that life.
Yes. All right. So can we just move on? All right, to the third one, and it's Neo right here. Neo confirms split from wife Crystal Smith. Singer Neo has finally confirmed that him and his wife Crystal Smith are no longer together and will be getting a divorce. He made this known when he was a guest on Alexis Texas podcast, where he talked about his life, career, and his relationship. Take a look at what he had to say.
Slowly but surely becoming public knowledge that, you know, myself and my wife have decided to go ahead and get a divorce. It's not a, I mean, it's not a sad thing. It's more of a, you know, us realizing that, long story short, I'm never gonna, you know, talk bad about her. I'm not that person. You know, there's nothing bad to say about her. She's a fantastic woman. She's the mother of my children, and she's always gonna be that, and I will always respect her. Long story short, she's got demons just like everybody else, just like me, and we realize that our demons don't mesh, and until the both of us get a hold of our personal demons, it's gonna be just difficult for us to, you know, for us to stay married. So with that being said, that's the end of that chapter, not the end of the book. You know, like I said, that's the mother of my kids, and I love her to death. We're gonna be family forever. So, but with that being said,
Meanwhile, it seems Crystal Smith might be enjoying the single life, as she was recently spotted partying with Black Ink Crew Chicago star Ran Henry. All right, wow.
Here.
Very here.
On that many days. Sorry.
So, wow, not days, OG. But he said something very interesting, that as they're trying to get a hold of they couldn't get a hold of their personal demons, and so they found that staying together would be difficult. Yeah, and they would remain family. We talked about people staying civil for the sake of their kids.
And not to decay the situation.
Oh my gosh.
And to be honest, like, it's so easy to say people should stay married, and if they decide to get married, they should stay married. But at the end of the day, it takes two people to make it work, and there's sometimes there are external factors that you let in, sometimes there are personal demons that people are dealing with, and honestly, like, people, I don't know, man, I don't know.
Now, wow.
I like all what Neo said. Hopefully, Crystal will not come up, grant an interview, and just spoil everything. Start bringing out all the dirty things from the relationship.
I really do hope so. I hope that it will be mature, because that was actually really mature, if you ask me.
Yeah, and he didn't need to bash her as well. Which was nice.
Yes.